she was serious. She was... Howdy time! Come on up, buddies. You want the top row? This is where all the cool people sit.
All right, and welcome to the broadcast now for the girls' game. If you missed it, earlier on we had the Belgrade boys defeat the Havre Blue Pony boys. Now we've got the girls' game. This one could be a little different as we have the number one team in the state and undefeated Havre girls team here in town. I know that my co-commentator Andy Demjanovic met up with the Havre head coach at halftime of the boys' game. I met up with Coach Fowler before this game starts and was able to speak to her. Let's go ahead and step aside and hear what Coach Fowler had to say about this matchup tonight.
$5 for a
The Ty Elliott State Farm Insurance pregame show. I'm standing by with Belgrade girls head coach Sarah Fowler. Coach, you guys have really tested yourself as far as your schedule goes. Top-ranked team in Class B, a couple top-ranked teams in Class AA, and now undefeated 10-0, number one in the state, Havre in Class A. Tell me about this schedule so far for you guys.
Well, I don't know that we knew they were all going to be top-ranked when we scheduled them last time when Rick did this, but they are all very good teams, and continuing on today with Havre, who is coming off a really good win last night in Livingston. They're without their best player right now, who sprained her ankle, so which stinks. You hate to see that happen to anybody, but so the opportunity for us to win and have an opportunity to really make a statement is really really good today.
Sure.
So it's really important that we come out and set the tone right away.
Sure. And one thing, just looking back at like your team last year, the improvement you guys made all the way to the state tournament.
Correct.
And now this year with this challenging schedule, do you think that this will be something that can help springboard you guys and prepare you for the postseason? Absolutely.
I mean, even playing teams like the Helena teams who beat us pretty handily, we're still doing some good things against those teams. So to play those high-level teams and do well, maybe we don't get the W every time, but it really helps us be prepared for postseason.
Great. Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
All right, and I know that my co-commentator here, Andy Demjanovich, was able to meet up with the head coach from Havre, so I'll go ahead and kick it over to him, and he'll introduce this pregame interview with the head coach from Havre here in just a minute. Again, as we've got about 1:10 to go here until starting lineups are announced here at the Event Center in Belgrade.
Yeah, a few minutes ago I was with Dustin Kraske, head coach for Havre High.
We're here at the State Farm Ty Elliott pregame show for the Belgrade Panther girls versus the Havre girls, and I'm here with head coach of Havre High, Dustin. Welcome to the pregame show.
Thank you.
Happy to have you.
Yeah.
You come in to tonight 11-0, ranked number one in the state. Is this one of the best teams you have, or
These guys maybe are a tick more talented, but they play hard. It's been fun.
Yeah, you have a talented player in Kendall Keller, is that correct? She's averaging about 20 a game. What can you say about her?
Oh, she's a great kid, easy to coach, plays hard, offensively, pretty gifted, shares the ball incredibly well too, which is kind of unique, I think, for a kid who scores 20 a night. But yeah, wonderful kid.
Great. You kind of mentioned earlier, we were kind of chit-chatting that she might be out for tonight's contest. Is that correct?
Yeah, she's out for sure. Yeah, she's nursing a little ankle injury that happened up in Browning. I think that was last Friday. So we're just doing some precautionary work and hoping to get her back real soon.
Yeah, we hope she heals up. It's always good to see some of the best players in the state play, and especially when they're playing well. So we wish her well.
Yeah, thanks.
And you have another girl, Danielle Wallace, averaging about 10 a game. Has she picked up her game, or has she been doing that all year? She's kind of had to fill the void at all?
Well, we're trying to, with Kendall's absence, which is relatively new to us, we're trying to fill it with Danielle, yes, and Kaylee Nystrom, Marka Heron. Try to get some of our kids to step up a little bit, Kylie Verplug and Ryan Olson, kind of those senior group to share the load a little bit more, which so far they've done okay, I think, for the most part, but we're almost learning new roles because Kendall did so much for us. So we'll see how that goes. I'm glad we got a few games to kind of prep up for that.
Sure. Last time you had the Belgrade girls up there in Havre, I think you beat them by around 30 points or so. It looks like you handled them. And do you think it'll be different tonight, or without your top scorer? Looks like you still have enough scoring power, enough good girls, but what do you think?
Well, I think the score in Havre was not, it didn't indicate how good Belgrade is. I think they're a great team. Of course, I think Sarah's, she's as good as they are, in my mind. The bus breaking down for them, moving the game back to 6:30 at night. It was an awful long day for those kids, and we played incredibly well, so that's part of it. Tonight's game, I think it's going to be a dogfight, to be quite honest with you. Weber's playing well. The other tall blonde, I can't think of her name, Hohenstein's a tough player. We'll have our hands full with those two kids. I think the game will be nip and tuck, real tight. That's what we would expect, I think, coming down here, and it'll be good. Looking forward.
You're usually a tough man team. Do you continue to do that tonight and over the whole season?
Yeah, that's kind of our goal. We've been messing a little bit with some 1-2-2, and I don't know. I'm not that big a fan of that. I'm kind of a man guy, as you know, and we're going to try to get better at man.
Well, it's good to see you. Thanks for being on our pregame show, and good luck to you tonight.
Hey, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
So this is head coach from Havre High and Andy Demjanovic here at the State Farm Ty Elliott pregame show. We'll be back in a minute.
5, 6,
All right, so there we go. Thanks for that pregame coverage on Panther Live. Here's we heard from both head coaches. As mentioned before, this game occurred, first matchup of this contest occurred back in December. It was very lopsided in favor of Havre. And as you heard the coach mention, Belgrade's bus broke down on the way up there. Then the boys' bus broke down, and then they had struggles getting back into town. It turned into like a 36-hour trip for the Panthers going up to Havre. And I don't know if I'm ready to kick it over to Andy. He's got a full plate of nachos up here on the pregame show.
Man, they treat us well.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you get those were complimentary, right?
Yeah.
All right, nice. Good work. Good work.
And when they're not, I just have them put it on your tab.
Once again,
Norm Peterson.
Yeah,
Tab.
go to the tab here again. This is the Ty Elliott State Farm Insurance pregame show. Don't think about retirement. Plan for it. Call Ty Elliott at State Farm in Belgrade at 388-3178. These Belgrade Panthers have been through a grueling schedule, as I mentioned in my interview with Coach Fowler before this game. Last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, we had one of the top-rated teams in Class B. Three Forks was here. And then twice this year they've seen Helena High and Helena Capital, who are two top-ranked teams in Class AA. And now we have the number one ranked team in Class A here, undefeated. Havre got the win last night at Park.
Yeah, they beat Park by 11. We'll see if how Havre responds against another game without their leading scorer tonight. So, like we said, they're out with Kendall Keller is out due to a sprained ankle. She's averaging just over 20 a game. And so we'll see how Belgrade challenges Havre tonight and if other Havre girls can step up. Belgrade starts the defense in man-to-man. Havre turns it over, picked up by Gabby Weber, number 14. Gabby Weber in transition, crossover underneath, and they call a travel.
Oh, man, I just stepped back and saw that. Was that, did she travel with it? What happened?
They called a travel. I don't think she did. I thought the ball was put around and stepped over and through. Again, that specific ref is generally happy calling lots of travels. It's just kind of his motif, I guess. So
inside, lost out of bounds. Last touch there by number 30, Danielle Wallace. Or excuse me, last touch by the Panthers. It was intended for Wallace, so it's going to be Havre's ball here. With it now is Miller. This is Miller up top. It's going to take me a minute here to get these girls' names down. Probably mostly through the first quarter here. Inside pass. Taken away here by Belgrade. Here is Gabby Weber on the other end, lays it in with the left hand. 2-0 Panthers on top. 1 minute into this game. Belgrade with the 2-0 lead. Miller with it up top here for Havre. Looking for a teammate. She gets it out to Heron. Stolen away by Christensen. Here's Weber with it now for Belgrade. In the corner, Hannah Gee for three. Misses front iron. Rebound, Christensen. Back to Gee now on the elbow. Gee looking for a teammate. Finds Maya Reed. Reed with it up top. Gets it to Weber. Weber slowing things down. Getting it back up top to Gee. Again, Belgrade with the early 2-0 lead. Christensen with it inside to Hohenstein. And that ball's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by Havre. As Maya Reed looks to inbound it here for Belgrade. She's got Hannah Gee nearly losing it out of bounds, just hanging on to it. Trapped in the corner, looking for Hohenstein. Ball is out of bounds. Last touch by Belgrade, so turnover. It's going to give Havre the ball. Bringing it down the court now is Marka Heron for Havre. Miller with it now on the left wing. Gets it back to Heron. Three ball on the way is good.
By Marka Heron,
3-2 Havre with the lead. 5:54 to go here in the first quarter. Hannah Gee brings it in for Belgrade. Off the glass, just misses, but she's going to go to the free throw line and shoot two.
Foul charged against number 35. Highly then.
Yeah, Havre's a well-coached team. Dustin Kraske, veteran coach, and he's had fairly good teams over the years with the girls. And as you can see, even though Belgrade took a 2-0 lead, really doesn't phase them there. Comes back with an open 3. But Belgrade gets back here a little bit. Hannah Gee to the line for 2, misses the first one. Havre still up 3-2 with 5:51 to go here in the first. Hannah Gee misses the second opportunity, and jump ball. Hohenstein steps in. Jump ball. Still Belgrade basketball here with the arrow. Maya Reed to inbound. Curl cut. Gabby Weber loses it. And foul called on Havre as Maya Reed is tripped as she dribbles to the top of the key there. So it'll be the second team foul for Havre.
All right, I'm back working through a couple of technical difficulties. I want to make sure that we give you guys the best audio and video quality we can get you from wherever you're watching this game. As this ball is stolen away here by number 15, that's Nystrom. She's taking it all on her own, misses. Rebound to the Panthers. Christensen comes down with it. And then stolen away right back by Heron. Boy, loose ball again on the floor. Havre's going to come up with it as Marka Heron has it up top. Gets it to Nystrom on the left wing. Nystrom looking to go inside. Stolen away by Belgrade. Here's Weber with it now. Gets it out to Gee for a little jump shot. Misses. Rebound goes to Nystrom. This is now Verplogen. Gets it to Miller. Nystrom now up top, guarded by Gee. Here in the corner is Miller, and she is fouled by Kaya Hohenstein. It's going to send Katia Miller to the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call there by the official. Bailey came down, or excuse me, Kaya Hohenstein on the foul there. Comes down, swipes her across the arm. And Havre's, as a top team usually is, it's not a great thing to foul, get Havre to the line. They're a good free throw shooting team as well.
4-2 right now, Havre with the lead early in this game. 4:42 remaining in the first quarter. Free throw from Miller there on the way, good. 5-2 now. Havre on top. Hannah Gee brings it down here for the Panthers. Drives in, now pulls it back out, looks to Weber. Weber drives into the key. Trying to go left hand, loses the handle. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Havre. It's going to be Belgrade's ball with 4:30 to go here in the first quarter. Weber will inbound for the Panthers, looking for a teammate. Gets it into Senden. Senden back out to Weber. Weber drives in, kicks it up to Deming for 3. Misses. Rebound Belgrade. Hannah Gee goes up, makes it.
Big bucket by the Panthers there. I think they were down only 3, but they needed that bucket.
On the other end, missing the shot for Havre. Rebound to Ashley Senden for the Panthers. Hannah Gee brings it down. Looks ahead to Christensen. Christensen on the baseline, looking for room. Gets it out to Gee. Gee gets up to Weber now. Under 4 to play in the first quarter. 3 ball on the way from Gabby Weber. In and out. Rebound comes down to Havre, but there is a foul, some sort of whistle on the floor here.
Wow.
Foul called.
I thought it looked like
her second personal.
I thought they would have got Alexa Deming on that, but I thought Alexa got fouled there on the rebound, but they give a foul there to Hannah Gee.
And we have a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so let's just go ahead and stay right here. Remind you that today's game is brought to you by Town & Country Foods. Save cash at Town & Country Foods. Town & Country Foods, serving your local communities. Today's game is also brought to you by Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Early on here, Havre with the 1-point lead, 5-4 in the first quarter. Earlier in the boys' game, the Panthers got the win over the Blue Ponies. And as mentioned again early on here in this girls' game, it's Havre by 1. 3:40 to go here, first quarter. Inside pass and off the glass and in for Danielle Wallace.
Inside for 2. Danielle Wallace.
Sendin now on the other end for Belgrade. 7-4, Havre with the lead. Weber looking to go right. Gets it back to Sendin. Now, Weber from the block. Goes up, lays it in off the glass.
Off glass for 2. Gabby Weber.
6-7. Havre on top. Inside to Wallace.
Wow, good help by Gabby Weber, but not quite strong enough.
Strong inside.
Now 9-6 after Wallace lays that one in. Havre on top. Gee looking for a teammate. Finds Weber on the right wing. Weber inside to Christensen. Ball's tipped out of bounds. It'll be Belgrade's ball inbounding under the basket.
For Havre.
Yeah, Danielle Wallace is a nice post player for Havre. She is averaging just over 10 a game, and Kraski kind of looks to her and all the other girls to kind of pick their game up in the absence of Kendall Keller.
Meanwhile, Havre here, loose break on the other end, missing the shot is Olsen. Coming down with the rebound, though, and going up with his hair in. It's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be Havre's ball.
Christensen with the block. Pony ball on the baseline.
Inbounded here in the corner to Walker. Gets it up to Miller. Miller drives in. Fouled as she's going to the hoop. That's going to send Katia Miller to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Havre, like we said, is a decent free throw shooting team. Just over 69% as a team. I mean, anytime you're hitting around 70% as a mark for a team free throw effort, that's pretty good, darn good. So,
That was charged to
but then we jinx her there. She misses her first. So,
Miller at the line.
So 2:32 to go here, first quarter. Havre with a 3-point lead, 6-9. Miller's second free throw misses. Rebound goes to Gee. Gee taking it down the floor herself. Drives in, pulls out now, gets it to Weber up top. Weber goes left hand, gets it to Sendin. Sendin looking inside. She picks up her dribble, finds Christensen all alone under the basket, and she lays it in.
On the assist from Sendin.
it's Christensen's first bucket of the night.
8-9 now, Havre with the 1-point lead. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Whistle on the floor. It's going to be a foul called against Havre, or violation. An offensive foul, that is.
Yeah, look like we got a moving screen call there as Kai and Maya Reed come back into the game with 2:05 to go.
Well, I heard our announcer, Rick Phillips, announce it as Verplugen, so I'm going to try to stay with that. We have number 35 for Havre.
Verplugen.
Apologize if we're butchering your name there. Someone maybe from Havre who's watching this can put in the comment section if we're doing okay. They're announcing it as Kylil Verplugen, number 35, the senior for Havre. Belgrade Panthers with the ball, though. Kaya Hohenstein with it. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 1-point game. Alexa Deming with it. Drives baseline. Loses the handle. Taken away by Wallace.
Yeah, Daniel Reed inside presence there. Alexa had nowhere to go. Blocked the shot from the post player.
3 ball on the way. No good from Heron. But Havre gets the rebound. Another 3 ball on the way. This one's going to be blocked by Belgrade. That was Olsen on the attempt.
By Weber, recovered by Reed.
Well, good recovery by Reed there, because anytime you give Havre second opportunities off offensive rebounds, that can not go well.
And we have an over and back call here. Backcourt violation against Belgrade with just 1:07 to go here, first quarter.
Coach Fowler wanted the call there, the shove on the over and back. And she's not happy with these same 3 officials, as Mr. Deming was not either. But nonetheless, still a tight game with 1 to go here, 1 minute to go in the first quarter, 9-8 Havre.
Miller drives and gets it to Wallace. Shot missed. Ball is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Havre. It's going to be Belgrade's ball. 54 seconds to go here, first quarter. 8-9. Havre with the lead. Is Weber, finds Sendin. Hohenstein now. She'll shoot that 3 ball on the way. Misses. Rebound goes to Weber. Weber goes up with it. Her shot misses. Alexa Deming trying to keep it alive, but Havre's going to come down with it with 33 seconds to go. And here on the other end, shot is on the way, missing. Wallace with the rebound. Gabby Weber, though, now with a fight on the floor. And we are going to have, let's see, the ball is going to be Belgrade's possession here as Wallace had her feet out of bounds while she was fighting for that loose ball.
Replacing Alexa Deming.
So just 25 seconds to go here in the quarter. Gabby Weber with the ball, trailing by 1. Gets it to Sendin, and then stolen away, but stepping out of bounds. Here's another name for us to work on with Havre, as Cornelia reminds us that it looks like we are pronouncing, excuse me, now I'm looking at the wrong roster here. Let me get this right. I was looking at the boys roster for a second, but I do have confirmed that Verplugen is correct. That's the right way to say it. Thank you, Cornelia Chiski.
Thank you.
10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Belgrade's ball inbounding on the baseline. Sendin here in the corner. Gets it inside to Hohenstein, and we have a foul called.
Wow. Coach Krasky a little perturbed about that call there. They're
Foul charged to Kaya Miller.
just looks like a miscatch by Kaya, but they call the foul nonetheless on Havre, and Belgrade be able to inbound the basketball underneath the hoop.
7 seconds to go here in the quarter. Again, 1 point lead here for Havre. Reed looking for a teammate, and a 5-second call on the inbound. Turnover. It's going to be Havre's ball. Inbounded here to Heron. 4 seconds to go. Driving the lane. Going up with it and fouled with just 1 second to go. Marka Heron will go to the free throw line and try to extend this 1 point lead as we close out the first quarter. Foul called against Ashley Sendin.
Heron at the line, shooting 2 shots.
Actually, Havre now kind of struggling early on from the free throw line here. So Belgrade kind of gets the advantage there, fortunately.
Both free throws miss. Rebound goes to Christensen. And boy, with 0.2 seconds, we got a foul called. It's not going to be a shooting foul, but it is another one in the books. Another personal foul in the books.
Wow, he calls a foul there. I didn't see much contact. Looked like it should have maybe been a jump ball.
Boy, would this count if it went? That was a nice little effort.
Maybe 0.2, I think they say you might be able to get it off, so I think that would have counted. 0.1, I don't think you can get it off. It's got to be more of a tip, but catch and shoot.
Well, that will do it for the first quarter. The score, Havre 9, Belgrade 8. We will be back in 1 minute. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on Panther Live and 93.7 FM. Back in 1 minute. And tonight's game on Panther Live is brought to you by Jumpstart Espresso. Visit Jumpstart at 501 West Main in Belgrade, as well as Taco Time. Thank you, Taco Time, for your support of Belgrade High School for the past 33 years. And finally, Yellowstone Vacations. For snowmobile and snow coach trips into Yellowstone National Park, visit YellowstoneVacations.com. All right, here we go, ready to start the second quarter. Again, the Havre Blue Ponies leading the Belgrade Panthers 8-9. Again, this is the girls' game. We had the boys' game earlier. That one went in favor of the Panthers. It's the second time these two teams have seen each other, as the both Belgrade teams made their way up to Havre back in December. Had some bus troubles on that trip, and were able to get that game in. That one went, it was a split. The boys won for Belgrade, and the girls for Havre won that time. So far, it's been the same result here, as Belgrade Panthers are trying to stay in this one early on, as this shot misses from Havre. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be the Panthers' ball. 7:49 to go here, second quarter. Again, 9-8, Havre with the lead. Gabby Weber bringing it down the floor, behind the back. Working on Nystrom. Gets it inside, pulls it back out to Reed. Reed looking for Hohenstein. Ball taken away, then taken right back by Weber. Weber looks inside. Christensen off the glass and misses.
Got to have those.
Rebound to Wallace.
Those are big buckets in tight games, especially against good teams, and got to be able to finish those there.
Here's
a little bit sloppy here in the beginning, though, for both teams, kind of turn it over here and there.
Walker's 3 misses. Rebound to Belgrade.
Rebound by 7.
Weber looking ahead to Reed for a shot here on the wing. Rolls around and in. Belgrade takes the lead with 7 minutes to go till halftime, 10-9. Heron now. We have a shooting foul here, as this is going to send Marka Heron to the free throw line. We have a update from the training staff here, but injuries are confidential information, so we'll keep that off the air.
All we know is that injury is code name injury is Carl.
Gotcha. Carl, so we'll keep that off the air, though, as we do want to respect the confidentiality of student-athlete injuries. 6:53 to go here, second quarter, 10-9. Belgrade up by 1. Second free throw from Heron misses. Rebound to send it ahead to Hohenstein. Hohenstein up ahead. Loses the handle and is fouled, actually.
Yeah, generally injuries like that with Carl, that generally indicates a long and hard fall with people like that. So, but good news is I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, and I think that was earlier in the boys' game. We did have a player who was shaken up. He is okay. Hohenstein shot on the way is good. 3 ball from Kaya
big
Hohenstein.
Shot by Kaya. Would need her to get going a little bit. Knocks one down. She's 1 for 2 from the 3-point line.
Now Heron looking for a teammate inside. Finds Wallace. Wallace gets it in the corner. Now back up top here. 3 ball on the way. Misses. That was Olsen. Shot no good. Heron now picks up her dribble. Gets it to Walker. Inside now. Looking for Wallace. Ball on the floor. We have a battle for it. Can't believe we didn't have a jump ball called, as Havre's going to come away with it. Heron goes up, misses. Rebound Wallace. And now finally we have a whistle and I believe a jump ball called. It is going to be the Panthers' ball with the possession arrow.
Lane goes to the Panthers now getting possession. And checking in is Miller, replacing Olsen for the Blue Pony.
6 minutes to go till halftime. Belgrade ahead by 4.
Good job keeping a straight face.
Gee with it now. Gets it to Christensen. 15-footer. Misses. Rebound to Havre.
That's a nice open shot. Belgrade up 4. That would have been a nice shot to extend the lead, but that's Bailey's about Bailey's range, so that was a good open shot. But Havre sinks one down right back there.
Compton.
Yeah, Compton on the baseline. Hits the jump shot. 13-11 now. Panthers ahead. Gee will try to respond off the glass and does.
Banks it in.
How about that? 5:20 to go till halftime. Panthers up 15-11. Miller with it now. Looking inside to Wallace. Off the glass and missing. Hohenstein comes down with it. Reed now for the Panthers.
Good job by handling that ball there. Almost turns it over, but you didn't want to turn that over in the backcourt right there. Every possession counts against a team like Havre.
Here's Gee from the corner. 3 ball on the way. Misses. Rebound goes to Miller for Havre. Going inside and missing. Hohenstein grabbing the rebound. Now loose ball on the ground. Senden comes up with it. Looking up ahead. No one there, though, so she's called for the travel.
Yeah, all 4 Panthers still on the other end of the court. She was looking. Just can't grab a basketball and throw it up. You've got to make sure. You've got to be controlled with your vision and turn the ball back over to Havre. And Belgrade's got to try to limit these turnovers and take advantage of Havre's turnovers. But we just seem to be like going back and forth between turnovers here. So pretty fortunate to have a 4-point lead here.
Inside to Wallace, missing. Hohenstein with the rebound.
Great defense there by Bailey Christensen. Kaya Hohenstein in transition here will pick up the blocking foul in the backcourt.
And I think that's going to send Kaya to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 with 4:17 to go here until halftime.
Yeah, it'll be Havre's 17th foul there. So Belgrade will have 4 minutes of game time where they can get to the free throw line here. See if they can extend this lead going into halftime.
The line shooting 1-1.
So Hohenstein will shoot the 1-and-1. First one on the way. Misses off the back iron. Rebound goes to Havre. Walker with it. She'll bring it down the floor. Three ball on the way, misses. As I hear, we now have fans on 1230 KBOZ, or excuse me, this 1090 KBOZ joining us on the radio. We are at the event center here in Belgrade. Panthers lead this one 15-11 in the second quarter.
So just to repeat, we're on 1090 today, 1090. Or 93.7?
We are on 1090 right now. Yep.
Okay.
So thank you for joining us here. Earlier on, we had the boys game. Panthers won that one here. So far in the girls game, Belgrade on top by 4. Hohenstein looking to go up. Now misses, rebound goes to Christensen. Her shot misses again, offensive rebound, and then finally turned over to Havre. Up ahead and throwing it away, though. Kylie Walker missing her teammate. Out of bounds. It's going to be Belgrade's ball. 3:39 to go here. Second quarter. Panthers ahead, 15-11.
Timeout on the floor.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see how long this timeout is. Timeout taken. It's a 30-second timeout, so let's stay right here. I want to remind you that today's game is brought to you by Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Again, this is the number one team in the state here, Havre. They are missing their leading scorer this season, but Belgrade with the 4-point lead early on.
Coach Fowler. Yeah, I think Coach Fowler's pretty happy with that. Here in the second quarter with a 4-point lead over number one Havre. And you can obviously tell when you have your leading scorer out, and not in the leading scorer, as Coach Kraske talked about in the pregame show, how much of a leader she is. And when you have that leader, decision maker on the floor, it makes everybody else a lot more comfortable or more confident. So we'll see as the game goes on if Havre can grind one out or if Belgrade can extend this lead.
Christensen goes up and misses. Rebound goes to Havre. Here's Heron on the other end. Going up with it, missing, and fouled. This is going to send Marka Heron to the free throw line.
Foul called on Weber.
Gabby Weber picking up the foul here for the Panthers.
Checking in the ballgame, replacing Weber will be Senden.
As Ashley Senden comes into the game here for Belgrade. 3:24 to go. Score is, that's until halftime. Belgrade 15, Havre 11 in the corner. Three ball on the way. Heron, good. Makes it a 1-point game. Full court press here from Havre. Hannah Gee's going to come across midcourt with it. Alexa Deming with it now. All the way across to Senden. Back to Deming. Gee now with it on the wing. Gee drives in. Goes up. Misses. Rebound. Loose on the floor. And Havre's going to come away with the loose ball and head the other way. Trailing by 1 with 2:50 to go till halftime. Inside now, Havre with a couple new players on the floor. Heron with it up top, though. Drives in, goes up left hand, and we have a blocking foul called before the shot. It's going to go against Alexa Deming for Belgrade with 2:38 to go here until halftime. And I take that back. She will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 situation here.
Heron at the line, 1-on-1.
First shot of the 1-and-1 is good. That ties the game up at 15. Today's game is brought to you by Rich's Flooring. For quality you can stand on. Second free throw up, in and out. Rebound Deming. Now up ahead to Hannah Gee. Looking down low, she got Senden. Senden pulls it back out to Deming. Deming across the middle. Lays it in left-handed. Nice ball movement by the Panthers. 17-15. Belgrade with the lead. Here on the other end, it's Olsen. Gets it to Heron. Now Compton looking to drive. Gets it back out here to Olsen. And we have a foul called on the floor. This is going to be, though, a 1-and-1 situation here for Ryan Olsen.
Foul call on number 34, Hannah Gee.
Hannah Gee picks up her second foul.
Panthers. Olsen at the line, shooting 1-on-1.
Olsen's first free throw is up and good. Makes it again a 1-point game with 2:05 to go here till halftime. Hannah Gee with the foul, second foul, is going to go ahead and step out. Second free throw on the way, misses front iron. Rebound is a foul against Havre. And this is going to send Alexa Deming to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, it's not too exciting for a coach when you go right and foul that far away from the hoop, especially when you're in one-on-one, you know. That doesn't even give you a defensive chance there. Alexa extends the lead there.
Yeah, Deming hits the first free throw. If that name sounds familiar from the boys' game, that Alexa Deming is the daughter of Belgrade boys head coach Mike Deming. And then ironically, the girls' head coach, Sarah Fowler, her son, plays for Mike Deming on the boys' team. So as we mentioned here on Panther Live and KBOZ, this is a family affair here at Belgrade High School. 18-16, Belgrade with a 2-point lead. 1:50 to go till halftime. Havre with the ball. Here in the corner, Compton with it, going up with it, missing, getting her own rebound. Kicking it out now, back inside Verplugen with it. She gets it to Heron. Heron driving in right hand, misses. Rebound, Christensen, and a whistle. This is going to send Bailey Christensen now to the free throw line.
Yeah, once again, Havre fouls 90 feet away from the hoop. Long 2 minutes here, similar to in the boys' game there, but we'll see if Bailey can hit these free throws here.
18-16, Belgrade with the lead. 1:35 to go here until halftime. Christensen's free throw is good on the 1-and-1 front end. So she'll get another shot here as Belgrade takes the lead now by 3. Second free throw up, good as well. 20-16 now, Belgrade ahead.
Yeah, good job by Bailey there to extend the lead to 4 with a minute 33 here. Maybe that's what Belgrade needs a little bit. As you can see, looks like their defensive energy is kind of picked up here. Good hands by Alexa, almost turns her over.
This is Olsen with it on the end for Havre, going up with it and putting it in, and a three-point play opportunity as she was fouled. Ryan Olsen goes up with the right hand, and now she's going to the free throw line.
Yeah, big shot there, and a huge finish.
Basket was good. Olsen at the line, shooting 1.
Yeah, great finish by Olsen to get opportunity here for a three-point play.
Olsen's free throw, though, misses. Rebound is loose.
Havre.
Wallace comes down with it for Havre.
They continue, Nate, to struggle from the free throw line, which is kind of uncharacteristic of them, but
here's Olsen for 3. Good.
Bam from Olsen. Gets Havre the lead, and you don't want to awake, a sleeping giant here.
Under 1 minute to play till halftime. Havre ahead 21-20 now after that 3 ball by Ryan Olsen. For Belgrade, Ashley Senden has it in the corner, looking for a teammate, gets it to Maya Reed up top. Reed looking to drive in behind the back, gets it out to Alexa Deming. 40 seconds to go now till half. Deming gets it to Christensen. Up top now by Olsen, drives in right hand, gets it inside to Christensen, off the glass, misses, or gets her own rebound and puts it back in. Belgrade takes the lead back with 22 seconds to go on Bailey Christensen's lay-in. And now Havre has the ball and perhaps the final shot in their mind here.
Yeah, great job by Belgrade by getting the lead right back. looks like a tip ball there by Alexa on the missed three.
Yeah, Heron went up, missed. 3 seconds to go now. Maya Reed will have to pull up from half, but she loses the handle on it. Olsen with the full court shot here for Havre is no good. And so with that, we go to halftime. The score, Belgrade 22, Havre 21. Let's go ahead and step aside for 2 minutes. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 1090 KBOZ. We will be back in 2 minutes.
You may have noticed the polar bear that was
All right, back here, halftime at the Event Center in Belgrade. The score is the Belgrade Panthers 22, the Havre Blue Ponies 21. Again, earlier on, we had the boys' game. That one went in favor of Belgrade here. This second round of this matchup with the number one team in the state. Belgrade hanging in close here, 22-21. We'll have some analysis of the first half later on. Just want to remind you that today's game is brought to you by Doc and Nelson Funeral Service and Crematory, helping families celebrate a life lived. There is a difference. We are really lucky here to be joined at halftime on our halftime show with Belgrade alumni here, Trey Mounts. Trey Mounts now playing football up at Western there in Dillon. You guys had a pretty good season. I think, did you redshirt this year? Is that right, Trey?
Yeah, yep, I redshirted this year.
All right, so go ahead and give us a breakdown. You've been in college now for what, about a semester or so? Yeah. What's the transition been like for you going from Belgrade High School now to college student?
It's been really crazy, honestly. Like, the workload is a ton, and you have to make sure you balance it between school and football, and you have a ton more meetings to go to. You got to work on your skills by yourself along with practice, and you got to get in and study at the same time. So it's just been crazy, but it's been a blast so far. So super excited for what's to come.
Awesome. So again, we're joined at halftime here by Trey Mounts, former Belgrade basketball player, football player. You also played baseball, so you've been pretty busy here in Belgrade now. In Dillon. You know, joining you on campus is Dawson Fowler next year. How do you feel about Dawson Fowler making his way out to Dillon next year?
Yeah, I'm super excited for Dawson. He's a stud. I played with him for 3 years in high school, and he's an all-around good player. He's a good teammate, and I think he's going to fit in really well at Western. He's going to go in there and contribute, and I'm super excited to watch him.
All right, well, I like to talk academics and talk, hey, how are things going? Our analyst over here, Andy Demjanovic, is the sports pro, so I'm going to have him kind of bring in some sports questions, because I know you're playing football out there at Western.
Yeah.
So, Coach, what you got here for our guest, Trey?
Yeah, how do you like it up at Western? How do you like your coaches? What type of are you mainly playing on the offensive side, defensive side? So where are you at position-wise?
Yeah, so they brought me in for receiver, and so I'll be playing inside receiver next season. And they also will have me be playing punt returner and kick returner. So that'll be pretty exciting.
What type of offense are you guys running?
We're more of a spread offense. When we need to, we'll run and gun. We'll get it down the field, but we like to pass the ball too.
1-6-9-9.
And who's the head coach over there?
Ryan Norris.
He's been there for a while. Is he also the AD?
Yeah, he was the AD before, and then BJ left. So then they brought on Coach Norris, and he's been really good. So
yeah, Coach Robertson, former head coach of Western, is now at Montana State University as an assistant when Coach Choate came in and
yes, sir.
AD for Western took over. What are you guys expecting next year? Kind of the expectations of your season next year?
We're looking forward to it. We're just putting in a lot of work right now in the off season, and we got a bright future. We got a lot of good young guys coming up. We got one goal, and that's to win the Frontier Conference and go on, make playoffs, and do some damage in there. But we're just going to take it one game at a time.
Yeah, Frontier Conference is a tough conference.
It is.
Playing,
yeah.
A lot of teams challenge you. It's not an easy week at all ever. Is Tech kind of the focus next year again to take the top, or have they lost enough guys? And then you got teams like Eastern Oregon who are pretty solid, or even Carroll College, right? So is there a heavy favor next year, or is everybody kind of in the mix?
I think I'm going to say it's probably the favored team is probably Eastern. They got a really solid team. They got some tall receivers. They got overall just a really good team. But I think it's open for anyone every year. It's always different. But I think we'll turn some heads next year for sure.
Okay. And then, hey, bringing it back real quick here to Belgrade. I don't know if you caught the earlier game. You were a part of this Belgrade team last year, the boys that got the win over Havre. What do you think of the boys' play so far this season? I know you've caught a couple of games.
Yeah, I think they're doing really good this year. They lost quite a few guys last year. We had an older team. And I think the seniors are really stepping up this year, and they're doing good. And they play solid defense. They're helping each other out. They're passing the ball. They're scoring. So overall, I think they're doing really good and being good teammates to each other and keeping the winning tradition rolling. So.
All right, again, this is halftime of the girls' game. The Belgrade Panthers leading the Havre Blue Ponies 22-21. Joining us is Trey Mounts, former Belgrade athlete, now out at UM Western. Trey, thanks a lot for joining us on the halftime show. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Go Panthers.
We like to do some surprises here once in a while.
Yeah.
And you thought it's not always easy to talk on the radio, so we like to play a game here on Panther Live. I'm going to show you various pictures. And once you see the picture, you say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Okay, so here's your first picture. Ready to go.
An elephant.
An elephant. That's what I thought.
Outstanding job.
An outstanding job. Yeah. Again,
Plays 1 for 1, so we better be done.
Yeah, we better end it there. Again, we've got it's a family event up here. Owen Demjanovic joining us up here. Might be coloring pictures. I'm not sure what's going on. But again, Trey, thanks for joining us. Let's go ahead and step aside for a 1-minute break. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 1090 KBOZ. Back in 1 minute. All right, back here at the Event Center, getting ready for the second half. This game is brought to you by Tire Factory. Always on time, always the right tire, always the right price, and always the best warranty. We don't have much time now to break down what happened in that first half. But Andy, Belgrade with the 1-point lead. Again, this is the Belgrade girls over the Havre girls by 1. Getting ready to start the third quarter. Break down the first half in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think the best thing is this is the type of tempo that Coach Fowler wanted to get Havre in, and it's kind of limited Havre's opportunities. Her team's playing hard and doing a good job defensively. Turnovers are about equal, so I think in the second half it's going to be who turns the ball over less and can get the looks that they need to. So currently I think it was a good tempo for Belgrade that gave them a 1-point lead. So hopefully they can maintain and can keep controlling the tempo of this game.
All right, so getting ready here to start the third quarter. It's going to be Havre's ball here. Get things underway.
Yeah, and you got to be super happy because last time they met, Havre finished with almost 70 points for an end total in the basketball game. So they're only on track to, if they double their points, to get into the 40s there, which is where Coach Fowler likes it.
Again, Heron working inside to Wallace. There's a whistle here early on.
Boy, that's a quick call there, and that can definitely change tempo of the game, especially when one of your better players, which is Bailey Christensen, I believe that'll be her second personal foul. So that can change tempo quick here, only 10 seconds into the third quarter. Got to be careful that she doesn't pick up her third, and a long ways to go here before they get to the fourth quarter. Shot up, no good there, Nate.
Yeah, missing there. Gabby Weber here on the other end now. No turnover, right back to Heron. Is Heron working on Hohenstein. Early here in the second half. Panthers still ahead by 1 over the Blue Ponies.
And you got to keep with Bailey in there, even though she has 2. You don't want her to pick up her quick third, but you can't tear her out with 10 seconds in. It kind of messes with your rhythm and fluidity. But great rebound there by Kaya.
Yeah, Kaya Hohenstein here on the other end for Belgrade. Misses. Rebound goes to Miller. So back and forth here in this first minute of the third quarter. Havre's going to try to break in the scorebook, and they do, and take the lead as Miller hits that shot. 23-22 now, Havre ahead. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Miller, nice little player, has helped Havre stay tight in this game. Blocking foul looks like, hopefully, they have it on number 30 there, Danielle Wallace.
Let's see who the call is on.
Against Wallace.
It is against Danielle Wallace.
Her first personal.
She's a forced down low, so really only her first foul of the night, so not in foul trouble here. Belgrade's ball inbounding out of bounds into Gabby Weber, missing. Rebound tipped around. Miller comes down with it. Again, Havre ahead by 1. In the corner now. Nystrom with it. Gets it up top to Heron. Back to Nystrom. Looking inside. There's Wallace blocked away by Christensen.
Could have almost picked up her third. 2 good post players right there, Wallace and Christensen going out it. Now Christensen's going to go out. Wallace kicks it out to Hannah Gee.
Hannah Gee for 3.
Bam!
Yes!
That's a big shot by Hannah Gee.
Hits for 3.
Panthers take a 2-point lead with 6:20 to go here in the third quarter as Hannah Gee hits that 3-pointer. Miller with it now on the other end for Havre. Gets it into Heron. Heron drives in. There's a foul called on the floor. See who this is going to be against.
Be nice if Belgrade could get a couple of stops here and get a few more shots up. I don't think they want to get into a back-and-forth shootout points-wise with Havre, as they are a solid offensive team. They're averaging about 64 points a game, Nate, and to their opponents only 32. So
working it inside and in is Miller. Katia Miller hitting that shot, 25 all now. Hohenstein, though, pulls up for 3. Misses. Rebound goes to Nystrom for Havre. Gets it ahead to Heron. And then a traveling violation called before the shot.
Traveling violation called against the Blue Pony.
Bridger Orthopedic, thank you for your support of Belgrade Athletics. Bridger Orthopedic for all of life's motions.
All of life's motions?
Yeah, for all of life's motions. Bridger Orthopedic.
Very nice.
Shot misses. Rebound goes to Wallace. Up ahead now to Nystrom. Nystrom going in off the glass. Misses. Ball loose. Wallace comes down with it. Gets it in the corner now. Back up top to Heron. 5:27 to go, third quarter. Tie game here between Belgrade and Havre as the ball's turned over, and Kaya Hohenstein comes down with it for the Panthers. Hohenstein will take it in herself, gets to Hannah Gee. Thought about the three. Pump fakes, goes in, off the glass, foul called.
He found on the drive to the basket.
Hannah Gee's going to go to the free throw line with 5:13 to go.
Walker.
Yeah, Hannah's done a nice job of being aggressive and taking some fairly good shots throughout the game. And I think that's what it takes against a Havre team, is kind of press the issue when it's tight like this if you can't get to the free throw line. And Havre's done a great job, though, of limiting Kaya Hohenstein's shots. She hasn't had much hit that 1-3. Other than that, though, she hasn't had really many opportunities, and we know that's a girl that can go off fairly quickly. So maybe hopefully Kaya can kind of get in rhythm here and get some open looks for the Belgrade Panthers.
Hannah Gee goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line to give Belgrade a 2-point lead, and then a foul called here on the other end is going to send Katia Miller to the free throw line for Havre.
Charge number 14, Hohenstein.
5:03 to go here, third quarter.
Miller at the line.
This game is brought to you by First Security Bank, your locally owned and operated neighborhood bank, serving the Gallatin Valley since 1919, member FDIC. The first free throw there from Miller was no good. Second one here on the way is good, so 1-point game here.
That trip to the line.
Gee brings it down the floor for the Panthers. Gets it to Hohenstein. Hohenstein pulls up for three. Misses.
That's
Rebound
the shot, too. Good screen off the
Havre.
top by Gabby Weber to get her teammate an open shot.
Now Miller with it up top for Havre. Looking to work inside. Pulls it up. Gets it out to Heron. Heron all the way across here. 3 ball on the way is good. That's Kylie Walker for Havre. And she gives the Ponies the lead.
Yeah, big shot by Kylie Walker. And you can see how it kind of energizes them on the defensive end. And that's what's going to take in a tight game like this, is probably tempo and momentum plays for one of the teams to go out on top. So currently Havre swings the lead change once again. Another lead change back to them for a 2-point lead.
So, yeah, Havre ahead 27-29. Belgrade with the ball, though. Gabby Weber has it up top. Gets it to Maya Reed. Reed to Hohenstein. Hohenstein working around the perimeter. And we have a pretty violent screen there from Bailey Christensen that's going to be called.
If that's on her, that's her third. That's a tough foul.
14th foul.
Yeah, Christensen definitely Belgrade's best matchup with Danielle Wallace. And now with her third foul.
Which is kind of tough. I think they're going to sub Megan McGinley in there, but they didn't get her in there in time. But luckily there's a turnover by Havre to get Christensen out of the game before she could pick up her fourth. So luck out there by the Panthers. But that's going to hurt the Panthers. We'll see how Megan McGinley does defensively against Danielle Wallace, post player for Havre.
Hannah Gee drives in, looks to go up, has the ball knocked out of bounds by Havre, so it's going to be Belgrade's ball inbounding under the Blue Pony basket. Maya Reed will inbound it here for Belgrade as Gabby Weber looks to get open off a screen. Pass inside to McGinley, off the glass and in.
McGinley.
Welcome to the game, Megan McGinley. Tied up, 29 all.
Nice job, Megan. Good movement, good pass there, and ties the ball game up.
Inside pass here. Wallace puts it in and is fouled. She'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Yeah, the bigger Wallace, she's too big for Megan to get back around. Megan full fronts her, and if you're going to fully front, as you see that play there, if you're going to full front, you really got to have backside help because she's too big for her to recover on a full front there. So if Belgrade's going to continue to full front, we have to have better backside help. The help was too high up the lane.
Gabby Weber comes down with the free throw miss, and then a shot on the way from Hohenstein is no good for Belgrade on the other end. 3:27 to go here, third quarter. Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard reads Havre 31, Belgrade 29. Havre's ball now.
Yeah, and Megan should just kind of keep her moved up the lane as much as possible so she can't get good position. There's much better backside help by Ashley Sinden. The Wallow strong, but Ashley Sinden rips it away, and then Megan McGinley gets away with the travel there. Grasky not so happy.
Gabby Weber's going to take it here for the Panthers. Looking inside as she picks up her dribble. Looks for McGinley. Sinden comes up with it. Whistle, and I believe, is it a timeout taken? It is a timeout taken here for the Panthers. With that timeout, let's go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 1090 KBOZ. Back in 30 seconds.
Panthers will be back in action.
All right, back here at the Event Center in Belgrade. Panthers trail the Havre Blue Ponies 29-31. It's Belgrade's ball under the basket. Gabby Weber looking to inbound. And we have, is this a 5-second call? It is. 5-second call. Second time we've seen that one tonight. Good defense there from Havre.
Yeah, and that's why they're number one team in the state. Dustin Krasky is a hardcore man-to-man defensive coach, and Havre shows it right there as they can guard one-on-one and bring a lot of pressure. And that's a tough foul for Belgrade. Hannah Gee fouls, and it's her fourth. And again, kind of what we talked about in the boys' game, she fouls 90 feet away from the hoop and picks up her fourth. So it's a long way to go here. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, 2.5. It's going to be a tough judgment call now for Coach Fowler. When does she put her in, depending on the lead.
Havre with the ball here. Corner, three ball on the way. Misses. Rebound. Loose.
Oh.
Gabby Weber loses her footing, goes down. Havre comes up with the ball. Now
nice
inside,
pass.
Nystrom misses. Rebound goes to Weber.
Great anticipation there. She knew her teammate was coming, just couldn't come up with a layup there, but nice pass nonetheless. Kaya for three.
Misses. Rebound goes to Nystrom for Havre. Nystrom's bringing it down herself. Goes all the way to the bucket. Misses. Rebound, Megan McGinley. McGinley gets it to Weber. Back and forth game here. 2:10 to go, third quarter. Havre ahead by two inside. Sinden
nice
lays
job.
It in. Ties it up with 2 minutes to go in the third.
Here comes Havre back real quick.
Heron goes up with it. She misses. Rebound Wallace. Ball tipped around, though, in a foul call. This is going to be against Belgrade. It's important to see who this foul is against, as the Panthers are in foul trouble.
Foul charge inside on number 24, Gabby Weber.
It's against Gabby Weber, her fourth.
Wow, so we got Gabby Weber with 4. We have Hannah Gee, another starter, with 4, and we have Bailey Christensen, a starter, with 3. So that would not be, I feel bad for the Panthers, and you just hope that doesn't be the thing that costs them this game against Havre.
We want to talk about personnel who are not in this game. Has to be mentioned that Kendall Keller, leading scorer for Havre, is out with an injury. So unfortunately, we don't see her tonight. Hope that she's resting up and getting better. As the second free throw misses from Wallace, still a tie ball game. Offensive rebound to Havre. Now loose ball, tied up, jump ball. Possession arrow goes in favor of Belgrade.
Yeah, every possession, every loose ball is going to be crucial in this game, as we see 31-31, and I think Belgrade has got to continue to focus on good tempo and trying to control it so Havre doesn't start to get rolling here.
Maya Reed goes to the hoop, lays it in. Maya Reed gives Belgrade the 2-point lead with 1:30 to go in the third. Other end, here comes Olsen as she takes it to the rack and is fouled, missing, but will go to the free throw line. And again, let's see who this is called against. I believe it's on Alexa Deming. Her second.
Going to the line for the Blue Ponies will be Olsen, shooting 2.
So Olsen will shoot 2.
Luckily for Belgrade, though, fouling Havre hasn't been too bad of an idea, as they've haven't been real great from the free throw line. Now that they sit that, she hits her first.
So now 33-32, looking at the Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard. Panthers on top. Olsen has a chance here with this free throw to tie it with 1:30 to go in the third. She misses. Rebound to McGinley for the Panthers. Now Reed's going to bring it down the floor.
Megan McGinley doing a nice job for rebounding for the Panthers as she's in for Christensen.
Kaya Hohenstein, 3-ball on the way. Misses back iron. Rebound goes to Miller for Havre.
It's a good look by Kaya. Just hasn't been able to hit, but she's getting a couple more shots. And Havre misses the point-blank layup.
That was Kaylee Nystrom with an incredible ball fake on the floor. Takes it to the rack, in and out on the lay-in. Misses the shot. Ball goes out of bounds. It's Belgrade's ball with 1:04 to go here in the third and a 1-point lead.
Yeah, you think sooner or later one of Kaya's shots will fall from the arc. She's already hit one, but she's starting to get more clearance and some more open looks. She reads those on-ball screens really well to get separation from the defender.
As this is Hohenstein looking to make room on the offensive end, and we have a foul called on the floor.
Miller.
It's against Miller.
Panthers ball underneath.
Here's Deming with it in the corner.
Got to take care of the basketball here, and she does.
Boy, and she draws the foul against Ryan Olson.
Foul called on the Blue Ponies. Olson. Checking in is Walker replacing.
So it's going to be Belgrade's ball inbounded under the hoop. 47 seconds to go, third quarter. Panthers ahead by 1. Hohenstein gets it into Reed. Looking for Deming up top, taken away by Olsen, and then a diving play by Deming to slow things down. Not going to be enough, though, as Olsen gets it, as Nystrom gets it and lays it in. 34 seconds to go here in the third. Havre with the 1-point lead, and then stolen away by Nystrom again. Now Havre here on the other end. This is Herring.
Looked like a double dribble there.
22 seconds. Havre maybe slowing things down. Nope, 3-ball on the way, and fouled on the 3-point shot is Ryan Olsen. She missed it, but she'll go to the free throw line with a chance to shoot 3 free throws.
You cannot close out on a 3-point shooter like that. You got to give her room to come down. You can't leave your feet. And this is the tempo that Coach Fowler didn't want to have, especially going into the fourth quarter. Give Havre some life. That's about the 6th lead change of the night here in the last few minutes. Havre will go up 2 with 2 more free throws coming from number 3.
That's Ryan Olsen hitting her first free throw. First of 3, second one on the way is no good. Havre with a 35-33 lead. 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ryan Olsen with her third free throw coming after being fouled on the 3-point shot. It's good. So now a 3-point lead here for the Blue Ponies. Full court press from Belgrade. Alexa Deming's going to bring it down the floor. 15 seconds across midcourt. Deming picks up a screen. Drives in, finds Hohenstein. Hohenstein loses the handle now in the corner. 8 seconds to go in the third. Hohenstein looks to drive baseline. Gets it to McGinley. Thought about the shot. Sendin now. 2 seconds to go. Hohenstein, 3 on the way, is blocked at the buzzer. Getting the block there was Kaylee Nystrom. So after 3, the score, Havre 36, Belgrade 33. Let's go ahead and step aside for 1 minute and be back with the fourth. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 1090 KBOZ. Back in 1 minute. And for our Panther Live listeners, today's game is brought to you by Jumpstart Espresso, located at 501 West Main in Belgrade, as well as Taco Time. Thank you, Taco Time, for your support of Belgrade High School for the past 33 years. And I'll kick it to Andy here for Yellowstone Vacations.
Yeah, Panther Live is brought to you by Yellowstone Vacations. For snowmobile and snow coach trips in Yellowstone National Park, visit YellowstoneVacations.com.
Wow, I got to get you a new career, man. That was good. Dropped it down an octave lower. That was really well done. I like that.
Yeah, we got to, change things up.
We'll be back from our radio timeout here in about 12 seconds.
Yeah, Havre finishes the third quarter there strong, Nate. And Coach Fowler continues to elect to keep some of her starters on the bench. 2 of them are Bailey Christensen with 3 and Weber and Gee with 4. If it stays tight, she can stay, obviously, with her bench players longer. So we'll see. 3-point lead for Havre. Still close.
Yeah, fourth quarter underway. This is Nystrom with it in the corner for Havre. Gets it up to Miller. Inside pass to Wallace. And Wallace goes up. There's a foul called before the shot. Before the shot, there was a foul called. It's very important to see who this was on, as Belgrade is in foul trouble. But
Probably be on Ashley Sinden there.
It is against Ashley Senden. That's going to send Danielle Wallace to the free throw line, I believe, in the double bonus.
We are getting quicker help there, but I think once that ball is at that angle, I think we've got to be there just even a little bit sooner, so that really deters them from even throwing that in there. And then there's no room to throw that lob. In the girls' game, you always see a lot of full front and lob passes with the girl game as opposed to back to the basket type post-ups.
Wallace misses both free throws. Hohenstein comes down with the rebound. Panthers trail by 3. 7:30 to go in this game. Maya Reed with it now for the Panthers up top. Gets it to Hohenstein.
Belgrade's bench players, Nate, have done a nice job so far. Megan McGinley doing a good job. Kind of loses the handle there, though. Belgrade turns it over as I say that.
Yeah, Havre with the ball. Heron going to the basket, goes up and is fouled. Boy, so
I just don't like that call. No offense to the officials, but that official was at half court running in when the official underneath the hoop didn't even have a call, and you can see that on the replay there. That's frustrating as a coach. He's sprinting in from three-quarter court away to make that call, and the guy under the basket didn't even have the call. So, and he's almost undermining the guy underneath the hoop, but I guess he saw the contact from 60 feet away, so Havre's at the line.
Free throw is good there from Heron. 1 for 2 from the line. 37-33 now.
I think if Belgrade can score here, hopefully. Oh, turnover. She might want to see if she subs any of her starters here. 4-point lead. I don't know if Belgrade can stretch this lead much more here. It's got to stay within about 4 points, in my opinion.
33-37. Havre ahead with the ball. 7:07 to go fourth quarter. Miller with it for Havre. Gets it here to Heron. Thought about the three. Pulls it back. Gets it to Miller. Boy, Alexa Deming on the floor. No offensive call, though. Now has Walker with it.
No
Inside
backside
here to Wallace.
That's what we just talked about there. No backside help.
Danielle Wallace lays it in. 39-33 now. Havre with the lead. Reed looking for a screen up top. Gets it to Deming. Deming drives in. Nice pass to Reed. Missing the lay-in, though. Getting her own rebound, though. As Reed pulls it out, gets it to Senden. Now Deming in the corner for three. Misses. Rebound. Comes down with it to the Blue Ponies. Heron. Up ahead.
Got to stop basketball. Haven't been able to do that, but now Danielle Wallace will score.
Yep, Wallace inside, working on McGinley, gets that one. 41-33. Might be time for Belgrade, and they do have their three players here lined up to come back in this game.
That's a huge shot. Bam, by Maya Reed. Absolute huge shot to get it back to 5. Well, Belgrade can't get Guy, Weber, and Christensen in quick enough. Maya Reed stops the bleeding.
Havre with it now. Walker gets it to Miller. Miller inside to Wallace. Double team by Deming. She's fouled. It's going to send Danielle Wallace to the free throw line. And if anything, the whistle at least gets our players back in the game.
Yeah, we're still too late on that rotation. We as soon as she posts up, the backside help has got to be directly underneath the hoop, so they don't even attempt to throw that. And Wallace, if she makes these, she'll have 3 buckets here that has helped Havre extend this lead here.
Danielle Wallace hits the first free throw as Hannah Gee, Bailey Christensen, and Gabby Weber come in for Senden, Reed, and McGinley. 5:39 to go here, fourth quarter. 6-point lead for Havre. Wallace free throw makes it a 7-point lead.
But it's also tough, too, when you're fronting like that. If you're the backside help and they put a shooter who you're guarding on the backside, it puts you in a tough position. But you got to have Havre shoot the furthest percentage away, which is the 3 ball. I think they got to try to take that lob pass away from Wallace here in this last part of the fourth quarter.
Hannah Gee goes up with it as fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Again, the Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard reads 5:31 to go in this contest. Belgrade Panthers trailing the Havre Blue Ponies, score 43-36. And Hannah Gee for the Panthers is at the line as she hits her first free throw to make it now 43-37.
Verplugen checks in, replacing Wall.
Verplugen comes back into the game here for the Blue Ponies. Gee's second shot on the way. Good. 5-point lead now. Havre with the ball. Working inside here, Heron.
Oh, travel.
Nearly gets it taken away by Senden. Gets the own loose ball. Gets it to Miller now.
Thought she shuffled her feet there, but no call. Stay there, Ashley.
Nice
now she
run with
rotates.
it to Compton. Now Miller with it for the Blue Ponies. Working on Hohenstein. Goes in left hand, lays it in. 45-38. Blue Ponies ahead. Senden looking inside to Christensen. Dangerous pass that was tipped out of bounds.
There. She's just got to just hold on a little bit. Wait for your guard to come back to you up the top on the top rotation. Get it back out and reset. No need to force that.
Weber gets it to Gee. 3-ball on the way. Misses off the back iron. Rebound goes to Compton for the Blue Ponies. Compton will bring it down with Weber trailing her. Gets it to Miller on the right wing. 4:44 to go now. Compton with it on the left wing. Back up to Miller up top. Miller drives in again. Puts an elbow on Gee. No call. Here's Heron with it. To Compton. Looking inside. Senden rejects that pass, but Havre hangs on to it. This is Heron now. Gets it to Compton now in the corner to Miller. Miller drives baseline, is fouled by Hannah Gee. And Hannah Gee is making her way to the bench because that is going to do it for her night. Hannah Gee picking up her 5th foul. Getting a nice ovation here from the Panther faithful there as Hannah Gee fouls out.
Yeah, that's tough. She's the leading scorer tonight, and she played a well-aggressive game. Finishes with 12 there, I believe. And it's tough because she's kind of a scorer, and you're trying to get back in the game here with 4 minutes to go in the fourth, and now you lose one of your scorers. So
we have a timeout here on the floor taken by Havre. I want to see how long this timeout. It's a full timeout. So with that full timeout, let's go ahead and step aside. You're listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 1090 KBOZ. Back in 1 minute. And tonight's game is brought to you by Jumpstart Espresso. Make sure you visit Jumpstart Espresso there at 501 West Main in Belgrade, as well as Taco Time. Taco Time proudly supporting Belgrade High School for the past 33 years. And whoops, here we go. And Yellowstone Vacations. Come on, we got to get that right.
Yes, Panther Live is brought to you by Yellowstone Vacations. For snowmobile and snow coach trips into Yellowstone National Park, visit YellowstoneVacations.com.
That was my fault. Viewers didn't see that. I kind of had the paper folded the wrong way. Sorry, Derek Zwicky, but Andy made up for it with a nice read. All right, back here at the Event Center in Belgrade, 4:19 to go here, fourth quarter. Havre looking to pull away here as they are ahead 46-38, hitting a free throw there. Hannah Gee just fouled out. Now it's a 9-point lead for Havre, their largest lead of the night.
Yeah, we'll see if Belgrade can't get something going here offensively, get in a rhythm, get some momentum play. That helps there. Stops the clock. Weber goes to the line for 2.
So Gabby Weber fouled with 4:08 to play. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Nystrom picking up the foul.
Weber at the line, 3-2.
Weber also having kind of a quiet night, so maybe this will kind of ignite her for the next 4 minutes. Like we said, Hannah finishes with 12, and Kaya kind of having a slow night. Did hit a 3 early on, but other than that, pretty slow.
Weber hits both free throws, cuts the lead to 7, 47-40. Just over 4 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Heron bringing it down the floor. Boy, she nearly traveled. Gets it to Miller, though.
Looks like she slid it there, but ref thinks she held on to that.
Nystrom gets it out to Miller now in the right corner. Dribbling it out all the way across the lane, going up, and fouled by Kaya Hohenstein.
Foul charged against Kaya Hohenstein.
I believe that is her fourth. It is.
Miller at the line.
This will send Miller to the line to shoot two. Tonight's game is brought to you by Rich's Flooring for quality you can stand on. Hitting the first free throw there is Katia Miller. Second one on the way, misses. Rebound goes to Gabby Weber.
With the rebound.
Weber looking ahead. Drives in left hand, off the glass, misses. Rebound tipped around, and coming down with it is Havre, but then a jump ball called in the possession arrow in favor of Belgrade. Really much needed possession here as the Panthers trail by 8 with 3:38 to go in this game. Weber inbounds it here to Hohenstein. And then a foul called on the floor. It's going to send Kaya Hohenstein to the free throw line for 1-1 with 3:33 to go in the game.
Miller. Her fourth personal, Hohenstein.
And that's Miller's fourth personal foul. So Havre in a little bit of free throw or in foul trouble as well as Kaya Hohenstein hits the first free throw. 41-48. Havre ahead. Hohenstein's second free throw rattles in, making it 42-48. Couple substitutions here ahead for the Blue Ponies as Miller takes a break, being that she has her fourth foul now and then a timeout taken. This is just a 30-second timeout, so let's stay right here and remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Tire Factory. Always on time, always the right tire, always the right price, and always the best warranty. And I take that back. We do have a full timeout on the floor. So with that, let's go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds. You were listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 1090 Talk Radio KBOZ. Back in 30 seconds.
Checking at your fingertips 24/7. Stop the game. Once again, coming up at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be awarding a player from each team a Stockton Bank Sportsmanship Medal for their sportsmanship displayed throughout tonight's contest. Please remain in the stands at the conclusion of today's game for this very special presentation.
All right, back here at the Event Center in Belgrade. This is the girls' game between Havre and Belgrade. We've got a 6-point lead here for the Blue Ponies from Havre late in the fourth. Foul trouble on both sides, but Belgrade with their leading scorer, Hannah Gee, on the bench, done for the night with her fifth personal foul. So it's going to need to come from Hohenstein, Weber, and Christensen, or perhaps someone else like Maya Reed. Ashley Senden on the floor right now for the Panthers.
Yeah, and Reed hit a big three late on in the third quarter to help Belgrade keep that lead down a little bit. So, and they're capable. You have Kaya and Weber and Christensen, all can score. 3.5 minutes to go. Just got to play solid defense and take good shots. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was going to say, Havre just with the ball here. 3:19 to go here in the fourth. Heron with it right now. Looking for a teammate. Senden giving defense here. Gets it to Nystrom. And Weber can't foul. Christensen can't foul. And Reed, though, she can foul, and she does. With 3:04 to go, it's going to send Heron to the free throw line. I'm not sure if you know which pony the Panthers would want to foul here.
Well, they kind of struggled a little bit early on, but now they're settling down and being the free throw shooting team they're capable of being. They've hit quite a few of their last several attempts as Wallace checks back into the game, and Krafsky looks like he's kind of just spreading Belgrade out right now, kind of going free throw layup mode as he gets fouled, near half court. So they're going to make, being up 8 points here, they're probably not going to take any more shots.
Yeah, Marka Heron hits both free throws for the Blue Ponies. Weber with it on the other end for Belgrade. Gets it to Christensen. Ball batted around. She comes up with the loose ball. Finds Hohenstein here on the right side. Hohenstein drives in. This is going to be an important foul call here against Nystrom is going to send Kaya Hohenstein to the free throw line with 2:47 to go.
15, her fourth personal.
And that's Nystrom's fourth.
Hohenstein at the line, shooting 1-1.
Again, 2:47 to go here, fourth quarter. Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard reads Havre 50, Belgrade 42. And Kaya Hohenstein shooting 1-1. An opportunity to cut into this lead. First free throw misses front iron. Rebound back to Hohenstein. She goes up and is fouled again. So she'll be back at the free throw line this time for 2.
Yeah, Belgrade gets fortunate there. Pretty flat on that first shot by Kaya, and she gets her own rebound and then gets fouled. And we'd absolutely need these 2 free throws here.
First one rattles in for Kaya. 43-50 now. Second one coming. Front iron and rolls in. 44-50 now. Full court pressure here from Belgrade. Gabby there. She can't foul, but she does. Oh, no, out of bounds. Boy, I called it too soon as Gabby Weber there closes off the lane.
Yeah, well, she pulled back off the contact, and I think before the ref could call the contact, I think she had a foot on the line, so she got away with one. If you're going to trap on that sideline, though, she can't be the side. She's got a full front on, and she's got to cut that off. So she tried to pull back, but couldn't quite. But nonetheless, Havre turns it over.
All right, so we just got a 30-second timeout here. Havre taking the timeout, slow things down again. Fourth quarter, Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard reads Havre 50, Belgrade 44. Remember, Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV, the right place, the right price, right now at 2900 North 19th. This could be a good game here closing out. Panthers trail by 6 with the ball.
Yeah, it's a huge break for the Panthers. Kaya hits those 2 free throws. That's big. Now it makes it a little bit tougher for Havre, a little bit more pressure on them because they were in free throw late mode with 3.5 to go. But Weber for the 2 in and out.
Boy.
And that's the shot she's got to take.
Christensen, though, gets the rebound for Belgrade, though, loses it then.
Over.
Goes ahead to the Blue Ponies. Now Heron looking to cross midcourt with it. Again, Weber can't give the foul here. She gets the steal, though. Gabby Weber up ahead. Left hand off
Big
the
play,
glass.
and one!
And one.
Finishes with the left hand.
Gabby Weber's going to go to the free throw line and try to cut this lead to 3 with 2:15 to go. We have a Blue Pony player who is a little shaken up. She ran into the backboard support. That is Heron, who picked up the foul and is a little shaken up. Looks like she's going to come talk to coach. I'm not sure if she's coming out of the game or not. I believe she will. As Weber's free throw is in and out.
Missed.
So it's a 4-point lead here for Havre. 2:11 to go in the fourth. Weber playing with 4 fouls right now on Heron.
Belgrade's got to extend up. You got to start denying one pass away a little bit harder than that. You can switch defenders, but you got to get up in the lane and deny because they're in free throw layup mode. So you got to get up the floor sooner. We're not getting that.
Oh, a nearly over and back call.
She wasn't. Kraske calls a timeout.
Yep. Timeout, Havre.
Good timeout for Havre. Looks like they might have turned it over, but call a quick timeout to settle them down and regroup.
Havre trying to run time off the clock right now, struggling a little bit, gets the timeout. With that timeout, let's go ahead and step out for a timeout of our own. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 1090 Talk Radio KBOZ. Back in 30 seconds. All right, back here at the Event Center in Belgrade. Fourth quarter. Havre Blue Ponies with a 4-point lead over the Belgrade Panthers. Havre trying to just run the clock out and struggling really up top, though, to move the ball around. Belgrade needs to be very careful about who fouls, though.
Well, at this point in the game, you got to play hard, and you prefer not Gabby to foul, but
And right now, actually, Gabby Weber's not in the game as Alexa Deming comes in to provide defense here on these possessions. It's going to send Kaylee Nystrom to the free throw line.
Coach is going to have to make a decision here, so she's going to wait till the second free throw, probably here to sub Gabby in. Here she comes. Get her on the offensive side. Try to do the best you can. You get those opportunities to sub offense and defense when you have a player in foul trouble. So Coach Fowler does a good job there of getting Gabby out on the defensive possession, have someone else foul, so now she can go play on the offensive end.
Nystrom hits the first. Second one on the way is good. 52-46. Havre with the lead. Reed brings the ball down here for the Panthers. 1:38 to go. Finds Hohenstein. Hohenstein loses the handle. Now on the floor, and we're going to have a foul called against Kaya Hohenstein, and I believe that will be her fifth. So Kaya Hohenstein now out of the game. Bring in Megan McGinley, but talk about the loss of Kaya Hohenstein, shooter for the Panthers, out of the game.
Yeah, she's finishes with 7. Kind of had a quiet night kind of beginning, but Kaya is a high-energy player. She plays hard, and so you miss that energy. She's physical and she's a strong girl, and obviously at any time she can start going off from the three-point line, and now you miss that as you're trying to claw your way back into the game with 1:34 here.
Hitting both free throws is Kadia Miller. So it's now 46-54, 8-point lead here for the Blue Ponies, and Sarah Fowler is going to take a timeout here with 1:27 to go.
Full timeout.
It is a full timeout, so with that full timeout, let's go ahead and step aside for 1 minute. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 1090 Talk Radio, KBOZ, back in 1 minute. And today's game is brought to you by Jumpstart Espresso. Make sure you visit Jumpstart Espresso at 501 West Main in Belgrade, as well as Taco Time. Taco Time, proudly supporting Belgrade High School for the past 33 years. And finally,
and my favorite, Panther Live is brought to you by Yellowstone Vacations. For snowmobile and snow coach trips into Yellowstone National Park, visit YellowstoneVacations.com.
Perfect. We did it right that time. Well done.
Good handing of the paper.
Yep.
Nice smooth transition there.
All right, back here at the Event Center in Belgrade to close this one out. 1:27 to go, fourth quarter. Panthers trailing by 8 points to the Havre Blue Ponies. Belgrade with the ball as Gabby Weber will look to inbound it. Gets it in to Christensen. Now to Senden. Senden to Weber. Weber drives in, goes up. And before the shot, we have a traveling violation called against Gabby Weber.
Yeah, that's tough.
Havre inbounds it now to Walker. Head to Nystrom now. Finds Walker again. Miller. Now Nystrom. In this run the clock offense run by Havre right now. As Miller is finally fouled by Megan McGinley with 1:01 to go in the game and an 8-point lead.
Against number 32, Megan McGinley. Her second. Miller to the line.
This will send Kadia Miller to the free throw line to shoot. Free throw on the way. Misses off the front iron. No good.
In the ball game, be number 40. Kenneth Carlson placing Christensen.
You know what that is?
Oh, what do we got here?
Checks in.
Hopefully
got a chance.
retirement.
Hopefully, looking at some lotto tickets up here in the broadcast booth. Maybe. Good luck to you there.
Just need
When's
one,
the drawing?
Just one time.
Yeah, when's the drawing?
Tonight.
Tonight, all right.
Yeah, that Lotto America's up to $17 million.
Whew. Panthers with the ball, trailing by 9. Reed looking inside to Gabby Weber, losing the handle, out of bounds. Turnover with 51 seconds to go. It's going to be Havre's ball. How about you split that with our listeners? Boy, that look was no. That look you gave me said no.
I was thinking.
Okay, you think about it here as the Havre Blue Ponies break the full court press. Is Miller with it. Ball on the floor now. Scramble for it. This should be a jump ball. It is. Possession arrow will keep it with the Blue Ponies, who are clinging on to a 9-point lead with 43 seconds to go in this game. Nystrom will inbound it here for Havre. Gets it in to Heron, who is fouled.
Foul charge against number
Senden
22.
picks up the foul.
Ashley Senden, her third. Herring at the line, shooting 2 shots.
So Heron will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 42 seconds to go in this one. First free throw is in and out. Second free throw on the way is good.
1 for 2.
10-point lead now, 40 seconds to go in this one. Havre on top of Belgrade. Maya Reed goes up left hand, misses. Rebound taken by Verploegen for Havre. Now Miller with it. Let's see if Belgrade backs off. Nearly a travel, but no call here. As Olsen for Havre is fouled with 22 seconds to go.
Number 20. Maya Reed, her third.
Maya Reed picking up the foul for the Panthers.
Line, shooting 2.
Well, a good effort here by Belgrade, but really the foul trouble is what really cost them the game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we had 3 starters get into foul trouble there, and Coach Fowler had to sub for some time, and then Havre kind of just went on that little run to extend the lead, and then you have Hannah Gee, who gets fouled out as the leading scorer, so pretty tough.
Maya Reed will put up the 3, misses. Rebound goes to Miller. 12 seconds to go now, 57-46, Havre with the lead. And Katia Miller will go to the free throw line to shoot.
Number 32, McGinley.
Fouls against McGinley for Belgrade.
McGinley's third.
Miller with the free throw here, first one coming, 12 seconds to go. Is good, making it 58-46.
Yeah, this event is brought to you by Rich's Flooring. Rich's Flooring, for quality you can stand on.
And again, Rich made his way up to the broadcast tonight, which is nice.
Yeah, the owner of Rich's Flooring coming in, checking our gig out and seeing what we got going on.
Free throw was good, making it 59-46 now. Under the basket, Panthers here, as Carlson's unable to complete it. And that will do it for the final buzzer. The Havre Blue Ponies come into the event center here in Belgrade and get the victory, 59-46 over the Belgrade Panthers. Earlier, again, it was the boys who got the victory for Belgrade, so the 1-1 split on the doubleheader. But go ahead and break down this girls' game for us, Andy.
Yeah, like you said, Belgrade had the early on tempo, and Belgrade had a nice, comfortable position at halftime, but late in the third quarter, we got into foul trouble. 3 starters had to go to the bench, and so the whole decision, how long can you keep them on the bench before you came back? And there was a point where we were down 4. We probably could have subbed at that point. We went one more possession. They took it to 6. And then after that, we just couldn't get the starters back in quick enough. We got it to, then I believe, about 8 off trying to rotate our starters back in. But then also Hannah Gee fouls out in the 4th. She was the leading scorer, and so she goes to the bench permanently. And then we kind of struggled on our lob rotations of Wallace for Danielle Wallace. A lot of late rotations, I thought, of the full front lob pass. She got a few buckets to help extend that lead as well. But we did have a chance. We cut it to 4. Gabby almost cut it to 3 with the end 1, but she didn't connect on the free throw that could have cut it to 3. And then after that, we just couldn't recover. We had to foul, and Havre lived up to what they could do, and they made their free throws. So.
Belgrade Panthers.
All right, so again, the Havre Blue Ponies come in here in the girls' game and get the victory. Our next broadcast on the air will be Tuesday night when the Butte Central Maroons come and visit here at the event center. We'll have both the boys and girls matchup. The girls will be at 6, boys at 7:30. So for my co-commentator here, Andy Demjanovich, this is Nate Parsegian signing out. Thanks for tuning in on 1090. We'll go ahead and kick it back to the station.